welcome to Khali Yoga Online. I'm Lindsey, and I have Louise here practicing with me. And I'm going to lead you through some simple yoga stretches to help relieve tight hamstrings. Let's get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes together and your knees wide apart. Walk your arms to the top of your mat. Place your forehead on the ground and take a deep breath in. Through your nose, breathe out. Walk your arms to the right side of your mat, or off of the right side of your mat. And breathe in a way that helps your body wake up. Build some heat with your breath. Let your inhale stretch the muscle around your rib cage. And come back to center. Go to the left. So as you breathe into your right side body on this stretch, hug in with your lower navel. One of the things we're going to focus on in these hamstring stretches is stability in your lumbar spine. So that way we can isolate the opening from our hamstrings, less from our spine rounding to compensate for tight hamstrings. Come back to center. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. So here's the first pose we're really getting into hamstrings. Go ahead and bend your knees and walk out your dog. So you'll just alternately bend one knee and press the opposing heel down towards the floor. Switch sides. You can do this as slow as your body needs. And then come back to feet, hips distance apart. Press your heels down towards the mat. Press your tailbone up to the ceiling. To intensify the stretch, internally rotate your thighs towards the back wall. That's the insides of your thighs moving back. Outsides of your thighs spiral slightly forward. And bring your feet to touch one another in your down dog. Rise onto your toes. Bring your heels to the right. Press your heels down to the ground. Come back up to center. Bring your heels to the left. Press down. Come back to center. Shorten your down dog by a foot. So you're going to walk your feet up a foot. Spread your fingers wide. Press into your hands. You can bend your knees in this variation. And then if you have your knees bent, work a pressing up with your tailbone to lengthen your hamstrings. And from the shortened down dog, bring your feet together. Lift your right leg to the sky. Again, you can bend your left knee as much as you need to be in this pose. Place your right foot down on the floor. Lift your left leg to the sky. And straighten your left leg, your lifted leg. Downward facing dog. Come down to your hands and knees. We'll take cat-cow here. On an inhale, you'll lift up your head, lift your tailbone to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine up to the ceiling and practice hugging your navel to your spine. Keep a gentle hug in, move through your cow pose. Move back to cat, press down in your hands, round your upper spine to the ceiling. Look at your navel, hug it in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat.
Inhale, cow.
Exhale, cat.
Then we'll come back to a neutral spine.
Bring your right foot in between your hands for a low lunge. So you're gonna want for this lunge 2 blocks or books. If you need to go grab some props, pause this video here. See what you can find in your house that will help lengthen this pose. Once you have your props, place them on either side of your right shin. Shift back to splits prep. Bring your right heel towards the floor, toes to the ceiling, and then walk your blocks back so that they're right under the tops of your arm bones. With a long spine, send your heart forward and start to bow forward. Keep your core hugged in so you stabilize your low back. And then point your right toe, see if you can touch the floor with your toes. And then flex your foot. So this rocking happens from your leg bone, not from your hips moving point. There's a subtle draw forward with your right leg. And then flex, hug the right femur bone back towards your pelvis. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Hold the flex. If you want to go deeper, bring your props lower. So you can bring your blocks down, or if you have like shoe boxes or books, you can remove one of the books. Keep your spine long. And then bend into your right knee, pyramid stance. You're gonna hop your left foot up and out. You can make a straight line with your right leg. Bring your hands to the floor or to your blocks. Fold forward. Your left toes are pointing roughly towards 11 o'clock. Your right toes are pointing to 12 o'clock. And then bring your hands to the floor. Step up to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your shins. Bend your knees. Halfway lift, so you'll make a flat spine, and then press your tailbone to the back wall. Crown of your head forward. Keep your knees bent for this fold. Bow over your legs. Right, rise up to standing. Fold forward, knees bent on the fold. Bring your hands back to your shins, halfway lift. Palm the mat and step back to downward facing dog. Feel what differences there are between your right hamstrings and your left hamstring right now. And then come down to tabletop. Step your left foot in between your hands for a low lunge. Grab your props. Splits prep. Shift your hips to stack over your right knee. You may find that you need to move your left heel forward in order to feel the stretch. Do that opposed to sitting back towards your right heel. Be tall in your spine, hug in with your low navel. And point your right toes down to the floor. Keep your hips stacked over your right knee. Flex your foot. Point your toes. Flex your foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Hold this flexion. Stay here or deepen the pose by coming chest closer to your left shin. pyramid pose. You'll bend into your left knee, place your left foot flat on the floor, then come up onto both feet. Hop your right foot up and out. Right toes face towards 2 o'clock. Left toes straight forward. Bow over your left shin. So a common misconception is that for the best hamstring stretch, you need to be able to lock your knee. And that's not true. You can bend your knee and still be really effective at getting into the muscles of your hamstrings. Take full breaths. Hear yourself breathe. And then move your blocks out of the way. Step up to a forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up to standing. Press down on your feet. Lift up with your hands. Fold forward. You can have knees bent or legs straight. Press your hips back as you fold. Halfway lift. Press hips away from your head. Fold forward. Bend your knees. Come down to your seat. Grab your strap. So other options, if you don't have a strap with you, is you can use a tie, you can use a belt, or you can use a towel. You'll take your prop, lie down on your back. Spine straight. Loop your right foot in your strap, or if you have a towel, just grab both ends of it, a towel or a tie, and grab your foot. So your left foot can be flat on the floor, or you can extend your left leg out long, and then you'll just draw your toes towards behind your head. Allow your shoulders to be soft. Allowing for your breath to be full is one way to signal to your nervous system that you feel comfortable with opening up space in your hamstrings. You're moving your body from contraction into releasing. With your right hand, grab your strap. Bring your right foot to the right, your left arm out from you. You can look towards the left or look straight up to the ceiling. Bring your right foot back to the ceiling. Grab your strap with your left hand. Drop your right foot to the left. So different than a spinal twist here, you're going to keep your hips pretty flat on the ground and just bring your left leg across your body. You'll probably feel this in the outside of your right thigh and your glute muscles. You can give yourself as much leeway on the strap as you need. And then let this pose twist. So you'll let the right side of your pelvis lift away from the floor. Drop your right foot even closer to the floor. Look to the right. If you want to prop your leg up on a pillow or on blocks, you can make this pose more restorative. You can even pause this video and hang out there. Come back to center. Hug your right knee in and unbind your right foot. We'll switch sides. You can place your right foot flat on the ground or extend your right leg. Draw your toes straight back. To intensify the stretch in your calf muscles, flex your left foot and spread out your toes. Your left hand grab your strap. Open your foot to the left. Look straight up or look to the right. If you need some more counterbalance, you can place your right hand on your thigh. If you feel your right thigh picking up off the ground a lot, ground it down. Then come up with your right hand, grab your strap. Keep both sides of your pelvis on the floor. Bring your left leg across your body towards the floor on your right side. Bring your left arm out, look to the left. Create a subtle press down with the left side of your pelvis. And then cross this over into a full twist. You'll drop your right foot to the floor. Let the left side of your pelvis lift up off of the floor. Look to the left. Come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then spinal twist.
Welcome to live production, y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't even live.
We have some friends roller skating by and tapping on the window to see if we're here. We're here.
This is why you love us.
Spinal twist. Cross your right leg over your left. Drop your knees to the left. Quiet cashew. Look to the right. Switch sides.
This is Cashew's first online video.
This is Cashew's first online video. Come back to center. Savasana. Lay yourself out on the floor. Let your legs be long. If it hurts your low back to put your legs straight out on the ground, grab a pillow, stack up some bolsters, slide them under your knees, and then close your eyes. Let's all take a sigh out. Inhale. Let your body be heavy. Surrender any thoughts you want to hold on to. Surrender any tension you feel in laying on the floor. Allow yourself to stay here in Savasana until you feel yourself calm. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at the next class. Namaste.